Hello, welcome to Crypto News. Today is the 10th of March, 2025. Wishing everyone a great week. The top crypto news is as follows. We begin in South Korea, where the country is gradually exploring the possibility of making Bitcoin a national reserve. Specifically, South Korean financial experts and opposition politicians have urged the country to incorporate Bitcoin into its national reserve and develop a one-backed stablecoin. All this took place last Wednesday. These discussions emerged as Trump, the President of the United States, announced that he would make Bitcoin a national asset of the US, along with other cryptocurrencies. Speaking of the United States, we now turn to Utah, where a bill to make Bitcoin in reserve in the state unfortunately failed. Specifically, Utah's Bitcoin bill passed in the state, but without the cornerstone, which is essentially a clause that would have made Utah the first state in America to recognize Bitcoin as in reserve. This reserve was ultimately removed from the bill. However, what did pass is that Utah citizens now have the right to self-custody, the right to mine Bitcoin, the ability to participate in staking. Unfortunately, the most significant part of the bill was removed. For this reason, I consider this bill a failure. Now, we await other states to take steps toward making Bitcoin an official asset. Moving on to the markets, we turn to Nasdaq, which we have learned will remain open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. This change is set to take effect in the second quarter of 2026. Some are attempting to create a crypto market that never stops, and as you can imagine, this could have uncertain effects on traders. Next, we focus on 1inch, where hackers they returned $5 million from the exchange, but kept a portion as a bounty. This is actually good news for 1inch, as you can understand. Moving on, we look at VeChain, which has secured a significant deal with PowerSlap. Specifically, they have signed a $76 million agreement to become PowerSlap sponsors. For those unfamiliar, this is what you're seeing right now. This particular sport, as it seems, is gaining popularity, so this deal could be a smart move for VeChain's gradual promotion. Next, we turn to India and Avalanche, where an Indian city has adopted Avalanche's blockchain to ensure the integrity of land records. Specifically, the regional administration of a city in the Chhattisgarh region of India has digitized all land records dating back to the 1950s and stored them on Avalanche's blockchain. This move is expected to significantly enhance transparency. We have learned that over 700,000 land records have been digitized, demonstrating a valuable application of blockchain technology. In the future, property records for houses, land plots, vehicles, identities, and more will gradually be integrated into the blockchain, as it is the most secure way to ensure authenticity. Finally, from Avalanche, we move to Hedera. We have learned that Swift is adopting Hedera's technology in 3 continents. Specifically, Swift is testing Hedera's technology through a proof of concept test to determine whether Hedera can efficiently manage critical international transactions. So, the live tests will be conducted at banks in North America, Europe, and Asia. With all these tests set to start this year, with the full implementation of Hedera's technology, it will be released next year. This is excellent news for Hedera, as Swift, essentially the system through which banks communicate with each other, will gradually start adopting its technology. For the latest news regarding developments in our cryptos, we turn to Bitcoin itself, which we learned is being used to secure results. Specifically, the Bitcoin network was used to secure and store the results of the elections on March 4th for the Republican Party conference of the Williamson Committee of Tennessee, determining the leadership and the board of directors of the local GOP chapter. All this data, along with the results, has been stored in this block here under the number 886,370. Once again, this is an excellent use of blockchain, this time for election results, ensuring their integrity and immutability. Gradually, more people are realizing that blockchain has far more applications than it seemed a few years ago. For the final news of the day, we turn to our beloved Duke 1, where we learned that the US court delayed his hearing for a reason. Prosecutors have revealed over 4 terabytes of data. Since this is an enormous amount of information, they have postponed the extension from March 10th to April 10th. For those who may not know, 1 terabyte equals 1024 gigabytes. All of this data serves as evidence of Mr. Duke 1's actions, which must be examined by the authorities. release. Given the sheer volume of information, the delay is necessary as the review process requires significant time. From our beloved Duke 1, we move to the crypto market, aiming to maintain a level of $82,000, with the price having reached $80,000 yesterday. It now appears that some are struggling to buy at lower levels. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is the 10th of March. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.